This is the USF Diamond Dons baseball post-game and weekend review report. As we're gonna, before we will have a recap of the weekend series down at the San Diego Invitational, hosted by the San Diego State Aztecs. Um, the Dons went a disappointing 1-3 on that road trip in that tournament, losing a heartbreaker. By the way, the weekend review from Friday or Thursday, March 1st through Monday, March the 6th, as we're going to recap that whole invitational. The Dons dropping a heartbreaking 6-5 victory on last Thursday to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. The Dons committed 3 costly errors of the 5 errors, and all 6 of those runs were unearned. Then on Friday night, they beat Cal State Northridge 6-5 in 10 innings, which, by the way, Nino Giarratano becomes the all-time winningest head coach in USF Dons history, surpassing the late great Dante Benedetti. As with this win, he now has currently at press time 375 career wins. The Dons lose 6-1 on Saturday night to the San Diego State Aztecs, and then on Sunday losing to the 22nd ranked Cal Poly Mustangs by a score of 11-9. And also today, the Dons get back over the 500 mark with a 10-2 win over the University Pacific Tigers from the Big West Conference. So, Coach, let's reset it, go all the way back, start Thursday, go all the way up to the present date. What happened down there at the San Diego last week, over the weekend?
Well, B, I think we go to San Diego State and we play Milwaukee the first night. We're up 5-1. We're cruising. We didn't particularly play good defense the whole day, but we make an error, we walk a guy, we hit a guy, we make another error, and pretty soon they score, and guy hits one off the wall with 2 outs and bases loaded, and they beat us 6-5. So it was a tough loss, probably one of the worst losses I've been associated with in USF history, other than the Manhattan loss in the regional. A game we definitely should have won. We're ahead 5-1. We pitched too good. Made some mistakes and got all the young guys in there, and I thought we'd hold the lead, and we just didn't do it. And we had to shuffle backwards since then. It's been tough. We show up the next day and we're down to Northridge, and we beat them late in the game, which was great. We played just awful against San Diego State. We make 5 errors. We played just awful against Cal Poly the next day. We make 4 errors, costly errors. I think in those 2 games they might have had 2 earned runs. We gave up 14 runs after that, though. So we're pitching well enough. Offensively, we're really starting to swing the bats. We're not scoring enough runs, though. We scored enough today. We scored enough on Sunday against Cal Poly, but we got to work, man. We got to get better. This is a better team than 7-6.
Exactly. It's just, especially the disturbing losses, the current events over the weekend, losing in that fashion against University of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I mean, 5 errors, 3 of those 5 errors coming into the final frame when you're up 5-1.
Very easily we should be 11-3. We're not. We're 7-6, and we gotta stomach that. We gotta play better if we want to get into a regional and if we want to win the conference. And today was a good sign. We started to play some defense. Pacific kind of gave us the game. They didn't play good defensively.
It's like carbon copy how you guys.
That's what it's been looking like for us. We've been making it easy on people for no reason. So hopefully we catch our stride. We're going to Fresno to play a great team, and who knows? We've had to play really well there just to get a win. So I don't think it'll be any different. I think they're going to bounce back. They're going to play hard against us. Hopefully we do our job from a pitching standpoint. Hopefully we do our job defensively, and offensively we'll see if we can get that big hit and score some runs. So Thursday will be a big game for us, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, tell us more about Fresno State Bulldogs. This is a program that has been the class of the WAC conference and had won their share of conference titles, including all the success they've had in recent years, and just give us more about the about Cal Poly, about Fresno State.
It's a good team. They played Stanford. Stanford's #1 in the country right now, and Stanford won 2 out of 3, but they win Friday against Stanford.
Beat Mark Appeal, one of their weekend starters for Stanford.
So that's a good team, and then Stanford kind of put it on them. So hopefully, this is a good weekend for us. Tough schedule, I thought going into this, if we're 11-3, if we're 10-3 going into this game, we win 2, lose 2, we're fine at 12-5. But win 2, lose 2 here, we're still 500. We got to get above 500, 5, 6, 7 games if we're going to do this thing.
I think always realistically you like to go for a split, but not when they have been giving games away lately. But if you can try at least get two games, and and some other things, of course, with them beating Stanford, that could definitely help in the RPI rankings.
Yeah, we put ourselves in this position again where we didn't win the games at home that we should have won. We didn't win the games on the road that we should have won, and so now we got to sneak a few away. But I think it's time. It's time for this team to wake up and start playing like they're capable of, and we've shown some signs of it. We just need to catch a streak here where we start to put it together.
Because going into that weekend, USF had committed 14 errors. They've already got 17 errors, more errors now that they, as a Professor B factoid, more errors that they had now than they had all last year when they had only 33 errors for the whole entire season last year with a 980 fielding percentage, and that all is a distant memory now. And Coach, thank you for being on the show today.
You bet, B.
Okay, that's the USF Diamond Dons post game and our weekly report for the USF Dons. Weekly report: the Dons will be back in action for a 4-game weekend series against the Fresno State Bulldogs from the Western Athletic Conference for a 4-game weekend series. 3 of the first 4 games will be start at 6:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can hear the action on the USF Dons radio internet network on clientstretchinternet.com. That's clientstretchinternet.com. Presented by Game Central, as play-by-play announcers Rory Davis and analyst and former USF Don, part of last year's West Coast Conference champion Matt Heiserman, will give you the play-by-play description of the game. So if you're not have no plans of going down to Fresno to catch the Dons in person, you can listen to the game online at clientstretchinternet.com. That's clientstretchinternet.com. And as always, the USF Diamond Dons post-game report and week in review is sponsored by Nike. Headgear, dry gear, Nike shirts and equipment, and so much more. Nike is the official sponsor of USF Dons baseball. This has been the USF Diamond Dons post-game wrap and weekend review. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis for BayAreaSportsWeekly.com, your 24-hour news service giving you the best sports internet in the Bay Area, in the country, and beyond. Thanks for watching.